Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am starting a declutter series. So I have a really serious need to declutter my home. So every month I'm going to give you some ideas of what things we can be decluttering out of our homes. Now, I find that when I declutter, I feel so much better. I'm able to get rid of things and make space. So join me and hopefully I'll inspire you to get on and declutter your home today. So the first thing that I have been decluttering, and I have made a start with this, is Christmas food. So I froze an awful lot of Christmas food, leftovers and things like that, and we've been gradually working through it. But I also bought extra things that were in the pantry that we thought we might eat at Christmas that weren't eaten, and also we were given lots of gifts as well. And to be honest, some of the things, particularly some of the treats and things like that, my husband's a teacher so he gets given all sorts, and some of the things we don't even like but have been put into the pantry. So I am making a concerted effort to go through, make sure that I'm taking out any food that's expired, but actually also removing anything that hasn't expired that I can give to the food bank. And I've started a bag of things. Next time I go to the supermarket, I'm going to drop that off and just try to make some space in the pantry. The second thing is the decorations. So obviously when I took everything off the tree, I went through and decluttered. But I think when you're putting things back together again, you can just take a really careful look at the decor and what you're choosing to put back out. You might find that there are things that your taste has changed. You've decided you've had things out on show for say a couple of years and you've moved on, and that's fine. So it's a really good time just to go through and declutter your decor, see if there are new things that you actually need, and you can make a note of those. But I think the key thing really is to go through and make sure that what you've got is absolutely what you need and what you're using. And it's so much easier then when you've got less on the surfaces and things like that to keep things clean. That's my thing. I want things really, really simple so that I can clean easily and quickly. January is also a really good time to go through any pin boards or magnetic boards, and if you've got anything on your fridge, on the surfaces of your fridge, like Christmas art and all that kind of stuff, it's a really good time to also take down cards and things like that and clear all that kind of visual clutter that you've had going on those surfaces over Christmas. It definitely makes me feel better. I think there's key things that I like to keep, and if there are things that I want to keep on show, but also there are special things that I then will put into my treasure box. So each of us as a family have one box each. I presume it's quite a large box really, and it's a treasure box, and we cannot exceed what is in that box. So it will have things like, cards and keepsakes and things. It's even got like my children's shoes and stuff like that, but that is all I can keep. And I just want to take down anything that is special to me, has memories that I want to keep, but I don't want everything on display. So this is a really good time to go through and streamline that kind of visual clutter that you can see on pin boards and notices. January is also a really good time to go through your toiletries. So we were given lots and lots of lovely smelly sets that we'll be using throughout the year, but just going through, seeing what you're using, seeing if there's anything that you are not using that you can actually declutter and get rid of. My son has a brilliant way of leaving empties in the cupboard, or even out on the surfaces, which is so annoying. Empty shower gels and aerosols and all of that. So just going through, decluttering all of that. If there are things that you know that you're not going to use, like a gift set or something like that, then charity shops will accept things like that, if they're new and unopened. So you can go ahead and donate that kind of thing if you know that you are not going to use it. Again, January is a really good time to go through and declutter. your photographs and other digital media. So I do have some extra apps on my phone, for example, that my daughter downloaded over Christmas. You might have Christmas apps, you might have Santa messaging app and things like that. And you can go through and just delete all of those. I also just go through and check all of my shared photographs where, you know, we've shared with family, they've sent them to me. I'll save the ones that I want to save. I use Amazon Photos for my digital storage, which is included with a Prime membership. So when I'm on my camera roll on my phone, it automatically will back up to Amazon Photos when I open the app. Which is brilliant, which means that they're all safe. I can look at them on the computer, I can download the ones that I want. So it's a really good time to go through and just delete duplicate photographs, which we're all really guilty of, and just reduce that kind of clutter in January. Now this is a really big one, but it is a good time to declutter your wardrobe. I've already been through and taken out all of the Christmas jumpers from all of our wardrobes, our Christmas PJs if we're not planning to wear them. I have got a couple of pairs of Christmas PJs that I think I can just get away with wearing throughout winter. But a couple of pairs that I will put away because I'm not going to wear like my Rudolph ones that light up, for example. So it's a good time to go through and get rid of any or declutter any seasonal wear if you store them elsewhere. But it's also a good time just to go through your wardrobe and just have a really good look at what your style is, what you're actually wearing at the moment, what you're planning to wear. I always go through phases of liking different things, my style changing, and that's okay, and I just need to acknowledge that and actually declutter out of my wardrobe. That means I could either go ahead and sell it or donate it, but I do already buy quite a lot of second-hand or thrifted items, clothing items, and what I really like to do is then give them a really good wash, and if they're in good condition I like to give them back to the charity shops so that they can be sold again. So I definitely would try to do that. But with my wardrobe, I am going to definitely do a separate video because I want to do a really extreme declutter in my wardrobe, because even though it's full, I really wear a very small percentage of the things in it, and I would just love to take you along because I think the before and after it could actually be very extreme when I think about what I actually wear. So definitely watch this space for that video. The last thing that I am going to declutter in January is to go through my gift boxes. So I've got 3 boxes on the top of my wardrobe that contain gifts that I have bought throughout time that I'm intending to give to people. However, sometimes I do put things in there and I don't have anybody in mind. It's just something that I've seen, I've purchased, and I'll pop them in the box. And it is a really good time just to go through and just have a really good think about, am I actually going to give that item now? Do I have somebody in mind for this year? Because that for me just becomes more and more clutter. If I've not got anybody in mind, then I need to make a decision about whether to let that go. There are, you know, charity shops will definitely accept new items. There's also places locally that will, like the homeless shelter and things like that, that will accept new items. So it is a good opportunity just to go through your gift box if you've got one, or a drawer, if you've got things like that, so presents, and just seeing, am I actually going to give that item, and if not, declutter it out of your home. So the final thing for me is, when I'm decluttering, is that I need to make sure that the items actually leave my home. So I am really good at stockpiling items that I intend to declutter, and I want to make a quick decision. Am I going to spend the time selling this item? And if I am, I need to do it straight away. I tend to use Facebook Marketplace rather than eBay these days. I will get that item on there straight away, but if it doesn't sell, perhaps within about a month, it needs to be decluttered, it needs to go, because I don't want to spend any more time on that item. The money's been spent and I want it to leave my home and I want to have the space back. So definitely, if you're decluttering to the charity shop, pop everything into a bag or a box, get it in the boot of your car and take it the next time that you are going past. And I definitely think that's the way to go. You want to see that you're decluttering, you're getting rid of things out of your home, and so that it feels good and you're getting that space back. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has given you some motivation to declutter your home. Those are the things that I'm going to be focusing on in January, but I will be returning to this subject every month, and hopefully by the end of the year we will all have decluttered homes. If you are new here, then please consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!